Hi, this is Weekly Reflections, and I'm back with you, Nancy Joy. Whew, what a week. This, configuration we talked about last week with the Uranus-Pluto Square, the super new moon, the solar eclipse, and the equinox all coming together. Still, we are very much in that energy. We'll be feeling the effects of the 7 Uranus-Pluto squares for years. This is truly transformation time. But what this particular week was, I don't know about you, I certainly felt it. I was exhausted. I can't say a bad way or a good way, but I felt it. And what it was about was a cleanse. It felt like the new frequency that came through the portal during that eclipse and the alignment with the squares and everything. It was just such a high frequency. It's really flushing out that which does not belong, and of course making things seem even more chaotic than they were before. And I don't think we've seen the last of the things that are going to happen as we move into March. And the second eclipse, which is the lunar eclipse, eclipses always come in a pair, and that is April 4th. So we're very much still in all of this, and anything can happen and is happening. But it is such a cleansing thing, and myself on the earth, you can, if you really tune in, you can feel the cleanse. And like it or not, this is forcing us to change. Change is the MO of the day. Your life is changing. You are changing. Everything about our earth is changing. And we all say how excited we are for the new reality. But the part where we lag emotionally behind is that this change is flushing out so many feelings, so many shadow patterns, and changing things. And that, it's like you're standing on an earthquake trying to gain your balance as the earth is rolling underneath you. In this case, it's the energy frequencies rolling within. So if there was an event that happened this week, despite all the outer things that are nuts, it was very much an inner experience. And I see it all around me. I have 5 good friends, including myself, that went through major shift in change this week. For some difficult, for others easier. For us, it was actually putting our house on the market, actually, boom, Friday on that day, equinox and the solar eclipse, and boom, things started happening. And they're happening quickly, and I guess we knew it, but we didn't. And it's a shakeup. Everything, I call this, maybe it's a shakeup. You're putting something in a shaker. Anyway, I think it's going to continue. And I titled this Reflections, Are You Feeding the Chaos? Because as the chaos intensifies within or without, the more energy you put into the duality of it, the chaos of it, the uncomfortableness of it, the more it feeds you, and to a deeper extent, it feeds those which are feeding upon you, if you catch my drift here. And I ran into an excellent article, and it's called, it's the Shift into the Age of Aquarius. And if you look on Shift into the Age of Aquarius, you'll come up. I think the website's 5D something. I have a link to it in my written portion. Each age, it was saying that each age has its own energy signature, just like each aura has its own energy signature. And we have just moved in and are definitely in now the Age of Aquarius. And so it's a huge shift to the ages that happened this past week. And the Age of Aquarius, its signature is that it promotes divine order, truthfulness, and it insists on the best interests of humanity. That's great, right? What a change. And this is why the current worldwide political corruption will come to an end soon. It can't exist in the Age of Aquarius. Excuse the background noise. My printer just went off. But it's so important not to focus too much energy on the duality, the corruption, the absurdity, the ISIS, the banks, the everything going on, the supposedly big military actions and fear of the next terrorist attack, all that. If you focus on that, you are feeding the monster. You're feeding the creation that is trying to stop you from entering in all your glory in the Age of Aquarius and creating an earth that really cares about all of humanity, and it's reflected into everything we do. So the question in this time is, where are you feeding the monster in your own life? And you know, it's okay to observe the hysteria. It's okay to watch what's going on and know it as the last throes of a system, of a matrix that has controlled you, probably has subconscious implants in you. And as all that creates chaos, you can't help but experience it energetically and emotionally. But focus on the excitement of the change. You know, you can't create a new life without letting the old life fall apart. And so it's to find those spaces that in all this sudden change, that you can feel your emotions, you can feel what's leaving, and I will certainly am doing that. I'll explain that in just a minute. But at the same time, you are adventuring into such an exciting time, but you're going to keep getting pulled back into the discomfort and the chaos wherever you are holding on to something that doesn't fit in this new reality. It's going to hold you in the old reality or be torn away from you in a more painful way as you enter the new reality. And my quote this week is from my good friend, Mary Kirkpatrick, who does the messages from Gaia. I have a link to that too, or you can look it up online. She says, nothing will be taken from you that's needed for the new earth. There is a cleansing time. This is a cleansing time. And under the grime of the old institutions and crusty cultural patterns is a new template for ways that serve the highest good of all. And that's exactly what this last week was about. It's exactly about what this is coming into the age of Aquarius. So it's time to take stock this week and look at where in your life you are feeding the monster. Where are you stuck in fear? Where are you holding on? Where are you not willing to make a choice because you don't feel safe? You don't think it'll work? Those are all old constructs. That go to that spark inside of you that knows that this is working, that knows that this is happening. And as I teach everybody, when you're really stressed, there's so many good things, EFT, all of that, but really quickly, circle your palm chakras with your opposite finger till it feels good, and it does, goes directly opens your heart. Cross your hands over your heart and take some deep, deep breaths. Center back into that space. Do not feed the monster. It's your choice. So pay attention to this in your life. Pay attention to how much you're listening to the faux news and allowing it to upset you, and shift. Let's slay the monster and move into our magic. Catch the magic this week. And I might be gone a few weeks. I'm leaving again for Florida. We have our for sale sign up. We're hoping to move soon, so we're looking at some more places, and so change is in the air. I'll be back with you when I'm back with you. In the meantime, take care of who you are. Don't feed those monsters. Bye-bye now.